Okay guys, welcome to my how to hold videos. In this video we'll be looking at train, and we'll be looking at the pop dog area or the ladder room of train. So this is the area to the left, and it's classed as a connector, kind of, from the halls to a side. So first we'll be looking at timings, then we'll look at angles, then positions, then grenade usages, pushing, and then finally we'll be looking at terraced after plant positions. So first let's define which area of the map we're looking at. So we're looking at the small area here in the middle of the map. This is the area between the halls and A site, and can also connect the B ramp area as well. But mainly we'll be looking at just outside underneath the ladder itself. We will not be covering any attacks from A main or Ivy or A site in this video, as they are covered in other videos. So let's have a look at timings. We'll look at counter-terrace timings, and the meeting angle. So for a counter-terrace to get from CT spawn into the room itself, not up the ladder, it takes them about 11 seconds for a good spawn, and 13 seconds for a poor spawn. And this is actually quite worrying, because for terrace, for a good spawn, if they do it right, they can get at the bottom of the ladder in the 11 seconds as well. So it's very close between each players, and the angle to hold is the room itself, just across there. Let's have a look at angles. We're going to look at aggressive angles and defensive angles. So we'll start with the aggressive angle. You can actually hold above the ladder, and then across the ladder for the drop, the outside of the room, and then just the outside of the boxes themselves. Let's have a look at positions. Aggressive, defensive, one kill, and AWPing positions. So you can hold underneath the ladder, in the room at the back, behind the vent area or the aircon, behind the train here, on top of the train, at the back of the last train near Ivy, on the bomb train itself, can be a good spot, CT connector, and then the back of the Ivy train if you're holding a really long angle or a rotation. So underneath the ladder here is a good spot. You can get flashed out. This is usually a default spot for holding pop dog, but be wary of pop flashes. Here can be a good spot, but you do have to worry about A main a fair bit. This is an interesting spot. Again, you can really watch A main or pop dog here. Top of the train, you're quite exposed to A main, as you can see. And then Ivy, if you're helping out teammate Ivy, can be a decent position, but you can sometimes give it up. Bomb train is quite good. And then CT con is also quite good, because you can get them as they try to cross. And then back here as a rotation from B site, if you really want to hold there. AWPing positions, you can AWP from Ivy, it's quite a good position. CT con can be quite good. You can also switch between here and A main, and then back here is a really good position with the AWP, just be wary you can be smoked off easily. So we'll look at grenades. We'll look at smokes, flashes, and incendiary grenades. So first smoke, if you get it quite right, underhand throw and just lot at the top here, it actually smokes up all of the halls area here, and it's a really good smoke. If they try to jump down, you can get them as they hook onto the ladder. If you're playing back here, you can throw a smoke. I wouldn't really recommend it, but as they can see you as they come down the ladder. But you can get their legs, and if they try to shoot you on the ladder, you can have a chance. If you're playing the electrical box, just throw a smoke in. Just blocks it out. Try to get it deep in, if you don't want them to actually be able to use the smoke to get out. This is a good smoke here, and it just blocks them off quite nicely. From behind this orange train, again, get the smoke as deep as you can. This one not a particularly good one. A bit further in would be better. As you can see, they can get behind the electrical box if you're not watching it. On top of the train, same deal, same position. These smokes are all going to be pretty much in the same position. And again, as deep as you can get them. This is quite a good one, so you can stop them getting to the electrical box. Ivy, you're going to have a bit of trouble. You have to do a bit of a running smoke, and it's a bit hard to get it deep, but this will do. But yeah, be wary, they can get behind the electrical box with that smoke. Bomb train, it's quite easy, you just throw it over there, and gets it deep enough, and it works quite well. Just be aware, if you get it hooked on the windows, you can have a problem if they're broken or not broken, depending on how you throw the smoke. CT con, just throw it over the boxes, it bounces in front of them. Really easy smoke, you're not exposed too much. And you don't need to worry about them getting to the box, because you've got a massive angle. Flashbangs, there's lots of flashbangs. These are going to come in more handy than your smokes. This one's more of a delaying flash. Kind of just delays them. It can help out your teammate if you hear lots of footsteps. Kind of delays them both ways, depending on how you throw it, depending on which side you're going to flash more. If you're going to flash into the ladder room, just underhand works a treat. It's a nice pop flash if they're at the bottom. If you're in there, you can throw one. And this will flash anybody looking down, so people commonly look down there, it'll get them quite nicely. If you're at the electrical box, just underhand over the top. Works well. Bit of a pop flash. Sometimes they can see it if you do it slightly wrong. Or you can go to the side. Depending on if they're looking for you there, side works better. You can actually do one that just bounces off the boxes if you're not confident with those underhand ones. But you are exposed A main when you throw that one. But it is quite a decent flash. Behind orange train, just a straight flash over the wall here. Good pop flash if they're running out. So you can flash them and then you can watch A main. You can just go over the train. And again, quite good if they're coming out. If they're out further, it'll flash them some more. You can try doing like a running flash, but you're kind of exposed to A main. This isn't really a good flash, but if you can't get the others working, it can work. And it can actually flash people coming out of A main at the same time. So you do have to worry about with a lot of these flashes that your teammates don't get flashed. Because they do actually flash quite exposed, and they can actually flash people coming out of A main. So this one will flash both. People coming out of A main and looking towards CT con, and people coming out of Pop Dog. So behind the green train, just straight down, you get this one as far as you can go. Again, worry about your teammates on site, it will flash them if they're watching there. If you think they know you're at green train, underhand flash works a treat, just to the side. Usually people don't expect that kind of flash. On the bomb train, just straight over the top, as you would the smoke. And this is a nice pop flash, and again, if they're out of A main, flash them there as well. Underhand flash can work, not quite as effective because they can see it bounce off the bomb train. You can also use this little tilted thing on the wall and flash them if they're further out. So depending on how far they're out, if they're already out, you don't want to go over, use the thing on the wall. From CT, just over the hut. This will flash them if they're quite out, unless they're looking at CT. If they're looking at CT, you're going to probably have to use kind of this underhand one, and that'll flash them if they're looking down the lane here. From Ivy, just underhand is about all you can really do, unless you're going to want to flash all your teammates as well. You can do a kind of a running throw, but you can't go over the bomb train. Molotov's the same position as Smokes. This is a really good Molotov. It delays them really pushing into B, and it delays them coming down the ladder. This one is a bit tricky. It delays them dropping, but they can actually come halfway down the ladder, see you, and come back up again. So be wary of that. Electrical box, just throw it in there. Don't get it too far. Make sure you can see the edge of the Molotov. And then, pretty much exactly where that smoke is where your Molotovs are going to go. Again, get them kind of as far as you can go, without getting them, like, at the bottom too far. And you're just using them to delaying, really, here. So maybe you see the smokes come out from the window there, pop your Molotovs down, or your incendiaries down, and it solves the problem. Delay it a little bit, because they do actually have to come down the ladder first. So, if you see the, the nades coming out, delay it, 1 or 2 seconds, throw your incendiaries. Should delay them, should be able to discoordinate their attacks. And yeah, use the boxes here. They work a treat. You don't have to worry about being popped. So just throw it. You can actually use the edge of the electrical box if you think they're coming out fast. If they're not coming out fast, then this is pretty useless. Let's have a look at pushing, benefits and detriments. So there are really 2 ways you can push. You can either push into the halls themselves, so either through the bathrooms or through the other side. This can actually work quite well if they don't know you're pushing, but it does kind of leave B a bit exposed. It leaves A a bit exposed. You can push to help out your teammates at B behind them. This works really well if your B guys kind of push at the same time or you're fast rotating, but it does leave A exposed, so just be wary of that. Now let's look at terror star plant positions. We're going to look at a few of them. We're going to look at aggressive ones and defensive ones. So aggressive here, CT Hell, can be useful. And then electrical box is quite good, holding CT con, and you can watch the other side. And then behind orange train, this side, so T side of orange train, decent as well. And then Pop Dog watching the bomb if the bomb is planted for you. There's no point being there if the bomb's not planted for you. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.